Would you like to reduce the stress in your life? Chronic stress and the connection to cancer. In this video, you will discover something you most likely already know. That stress makes us feel terrible. It alters how the body works, and it plays a paramount role in setting the stage for cancer promotion. Getting stress under control is important to optimize your health and well-being. Reducing stress enhances the quality of your life and helps with cancer prevention. So let's take a look. Again, we're looking at the interaction of diet and lifestyle on cancer promotion and reversal. And this video is about stress and stress reduction and how it ties into cancer. No one likes it, and we all seem to have too much of it. Chronic stress. It's well established that stress can depress and reduce our immune function. Chronic stress can increase blood sugars, and the body responds by producing more insulin, and one may develop insulin resistance with higher levels of blood insulin. The normal amount of insulin isn't getting the job done, so the body produces more insulin, and it's this high blood levels of insulin that creates the problems, the hyperinsulinemia, if you will. Remember, insulin is a growth promoter and a growth regulator, and high amounts stimulate cells to grow and divide. And as you have discovered, insulin, acting as a growth promoter, can stimulate cancer growth. Chronic stress can increase inflammation in the body, and again, inflammation promotes cancers. Chronic stress is acidifying. That is, your body tends to lose minerals which help buffer acidity. As well, it shifts your metabolism, contributing to more of an acidic state. And again, as you've learned, cancer cells like this acidic state. Chronic stress promotes the storage and the accumulation of belly fat, which is the most dangerous type of fat. And again, tying back into some of the earlier videos, please remember, fat doesn't just sit there and store calories. It produces at least 25 different compounds, half of which are pro-inflammatory. They cause inflammation, and they can contribute to some of these chronic illnesses and disease. Chronic stress alters our mood, and it alters our willpower. So we tend to make poor food choices. We eat less fruits and veggies, and we tend to eat more junk and fast foods. Again, not the healthiest choices we can make. In chronic stress, it can negatively impact your sleep, and it reduces the production of growth hormone. And remember, growth hormone is also called the fountain of youth hormone. And with lower levels of growth hormone, that reduces your resistance to rebuilding your body and your resistance to fighting cancers. So let's look at a summary of what chronic stress does to the body. Chronic stress suppresses your immune function. Chronic stress elevates blood sugars, and remember, cancer cells feed almost exclusively on blood sugar. Chronic stress elevates insulin, and insulin is a growth regulator, a growth promoter, and it tells cells grow and divide. And insulin also turns on that enzyme aromatase that takes testosterone, it converts it to estrogen, and pushes that metabolic pathway to elevate estrogen, and tissue that is estrogen sensitive, like some of the breast tissue, it gets the signal to grow and divide. Chronic stress, through multiple mechanisms, promotes inflammation in the body, including in the blood vessels. And inflammation promotes cancers. Chronic stress reduces growth hormone, and growth hormone is required to rebuild the body and support the immune system. Chronic stress contributes to an acidic cellular environment. Again, that's the type of environment cancer cells flourish in. Chronic stress promotes belly fat, and belly fat, as I just spoke about, promotes inflammation and toxicity in the body. Chronic stress destroys our mood and willpower, contributing to poor lifestyle choices. Ultimately, chronic stress reduces your defenses and promotes cancer in your body. So let's take a look at this. Ultimately, the best way to reduce stress, and it's vital to do, is to balance your physiology. This truly is the foundation for stress reduction. The next level up, and this is really important, is learning how to change your perception. This becomes part of prevention and preventing the stress from building up in the first place. And ultimately, only when necessary, you put out the fires, you deal with the situation. This is your treatment, if you will. When we step back and look at this, what do you notice? Balancing your physiology and changing your perception puts you in a proactive state. You're in control, and everyone feels better when they're in control. And unfortunately, when you're putting out fires and dealing with a situation, you're in a reactive state and you feel like you're not into control. And that stresses you out more. So let's focus on the positive, and we can help you get into a proactive state. So stress reduction really can be as simple as 1, 2, 3. Again, managing stress, coping, it's a reactive state. That's our later stage. That's our treatment. That's when we're dealing with the situation and we apply stress reduction techniques. A more proactive approach is working upstream, where we focus on prevention and preventing the high levels of stress from developing. And we can do this by changing our perception and ultimately moving way upstream to the basis. We focus on our foundation by balancing our physiology, by looking at toxicity, poor sleep, blood sugar management, insulin, inflammation, depression, nutrition, and so on. There are many ways to reduce stress in one's lives. I would strongly recommend you watch the comprehensive educational video series on stress reduction. Why just manage your stress when you can reduce it? The final summary video in this series will also go over some general solutions as well. And just for your peace of mind, we can further help you reduce your stress. So please ask us about our personalized stress reduction program. One size does not fit all. We all have different triggers and it affects our physiology different. So a personalized program will really help you get back on track, and we can help you do this. So some of the key takeaways. Simply put, chronic stress not only takes the joy and the juice out of your life, it reduces the body's defenses, it alters your physiology, and it promotes cancers. And you can watch the last video in this series for some great strategies and techniques for stress reduction. In the next video, you'll explore the toxicity connection to cancer. This will help you better address the root cause of cancer and chronic diseases. As cancer affects so many family and friends, please forward this video onto them so they can benefit as well. Thank you.